Them guys don't understand. They do that on the club level fight. Opponents, they say, yo, I don't want to get knocked out by this guy, so I'm going to come in heavy. They're going to need to fight because they got to take the fight because they can kind of get the numbers. That's what they do on the lower end. But now, they splitting the strip and doing it on the high end. You know what I'm saying? So that practice, you will start seeing that a lot now. But how we doing it now?
Tank does that, to get an eyebrow out of people. Like, you know how the Rock, when he put the eyebrow out, and he did get it. That's just like when they...
Gervonta Davis is facing a difficult moment, and Calvin Ford, the coach who played a major role in building his career, doesn't believe it prepared for a rematch with Lamont Roach Jr. That alone raises serious concerns. Ford has been by Davis' side since his early years, helping shape him into one of boxing's most dangerous knockout punchers. But now, without Ford in his corner, signs are emerging that Davis' performance and overall game may be starting to slip.
Going on between Calvin Ford and Gervonta Davis. Now, we all seen that knockdown in the 9th round, but what you probably didn't see is what happened after that in between rounds. Check this out.
You guys calm down. Hey, come on now.
Coach Barry Hunter trained Tank for this fight with Lamont Roach, not Calvin Ford. A lot of people were saying that this performance has something to do with that. So, is something really going on between Calvin Ford and Tank Davis? Check out what Tank had to say.
No, I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd. You know what I mean? I was more so... It's something we gotta work on in the corner, for sure.
Right after Calvin Ford stepped aside, Gervonta Davis began to struggle, showing weaknesses that hadn't been visible before, and he only managed to scrape a draw against Lamont Roach Jr. In reality, many felt even that result favored Davis. A large number of fans, along with respected figures in boxing, believed Roach had done enough to win. With a rematch now on the horizon, Ford has decided to speak up and explain why he believes Davis may not be fully prepared, and his concerns go beyond anything happening in training camp. The dynamic between them has shifted outside the ring, and tension appears to be building. Davis once saw Ford as more than just a coach. He viewed him as a father figure, someone who guided him from humble beginnings and helped turn him into a star, standing by him through every rise and setback along the way.
Let me explain something to you. Tank don't look at me as coach, he look at me as dad. Do it look like his son supposed to be taking his dad? I don't even feel right. Y'all hear this time? Tank don't pay his coach. Tank gives me anything I want.
Right.
But I'm a man at the end of the day. And I'm a hustler.
Right.
Second and foremost, now I came from that club. You understand? He watched me lose my house, my wife, my family. He watched me do it. It's bigger than boxing.
Right.
Boxing is just a web.
And now, for the first time, Calvin Ford is no longer in his corner. So what changed? Many analysts point to Gervonta Davis and the choices he's been making outside the ring. His past issues with the law are already well known, but according to those close to the situation, it's his recent mindset toward the sport that may have pushed things too far.
Let me ask you this. I was just talking to her. What if she told me that you beat the piss out of her and you jumped on top of her and started punching her in the face? Should I just go ahead and take that?
Hey, but don't you know...
It's your side of the story. Give your side.
Just talking to her though. With the information that she didn't catch, she tell you.
You want me to just take everything she says?
I'm not from here.
Okay, but you want me to just take everything she says
all I'm
back?
saying is I'm not from here. I don't know her exact address.
Okay, that's fine.
What I'm saying.
I'm not asking for her exact address. She's saying you hit her. She does have a mark on her lip, and it's under. Did she hit you? What's his first name? Gervonta.
He's even been speaking about walking away from the sport, describing boxing as dull and suggesting he no longer has a desire to compete. That raises a serious question. How can a coach guide someone who doesn't truly want to fight anymore? And it doesn't stop there. Reports also claim that Gervonta Davis was seen smoking during training camp, which many believe became the final tipping point for Calvin Ford.
It's been to the streets. I know you ain't focused. Tighten up.
That's why I got everybody out of there. That's why I got everybody out of there. Can they see my page now?
Better tighten up.
Calvin Ford dedicated years of his life to turning Gervonta Davis into a top-level fighter, only to see him arrive at camp without the same level of focus or commitment. That tension eventually boiled over into a serious confrontation, after which Ford decided to step away.
Gervonta Tank Davis got the entire boxing world in a frenzy right now. People don't know what to do. He dropping workout videos. He only weighed 139 pounds, 2 months out from the fight. Motherfuckers like, yo, it's over. Tank Davis is in shape. He gonna kill Lamont Roach. Oh shit, he might get suspended because he's smoking on the weed. Niggas don't know what to do right now, bro. And it's funny to watch. Let me tell you something, man, about the little weed video or whatever. Number one, we don't know what was in the joint. Could be weed, could be tobacco, could be something else. Number two, you don't know when the video was taken, so that could have been months ago. And number three, whatever it was, that shit probably got out of his system in 2.2 seconds because that man didn't hit shit. He puffed on that shit and started breathing out immediately, bro. A real weed smoker, bro. That's why the smoke was so white, bro. When you actually hit that shit and breathe it in and get it in your lungs to actually get high, the smoke don't come out that white, bro. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I think the shit funny.
Of course, Gervonta Davis tried to downplay the situation, explaining that Calvin Ford stepped away for personal reasons. But realistically, that explanation raises doubts. Ford has spent decades alongside Davis, so it's hard to believe he would suddenly walk away over something minor.
He's going to have Calvin in his corner this time. I think he won't have Kenny, but he's not going to have Calvin. I think that's probably going to be like an advantage for you since he's going to have somebody new in his corner, if I'm not mistaken.
More than likely. I think that's a little weird. You know what I'm saying? Be with your trainer, your lifetime, your career trainer, and to to not have him as your head trainer in the corner.
There's clearly more happening behind the scenes. And judging by how Calvin Ford is now speaking about Gervonta Davis ahead of the rematch, it's evident his confidence in him has faded. At the same time, it's becoming clearer where Davis stands when it comes to Ford.
What I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. You don't know me. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Everybody including win. I mean, win.
Same question for you. You're a proud father.
And truthfully, Calvin Ford may have a point. A second fight with Lamont Roach Jr. could be a risky move for Gervonta Davis. Much of the conversation around Davis focuses on his power and ability to finish fights, which is what sets him apart. But in their last meeting, Roach revealed a key vulnerability. He was able to absorb that power and keep going.
You assess his power after being in there for 12.
He got decent power. He got decent power for sure. I ain't gonna say it's exaggerated. I told y'all I got a chin. I ain't going like that. It's just not gonna happen. But like I said, I see why he knocked people out, and I think he felt my power too. Like, I think that's what negated a lot of his shots. And once I took his best shot, I was like, oh yeah, it's time to roll. Like I said, I knew I had a chin. I mean, I spar guys that were like junior middleweights, like current champions that was at that weight. So I know I can take a punch. He's twitchy in there. Like I do see why he knocked people out. I mean, like, being up close and personal, obviously I seen it on the TV like that, but I understand why he knocked people out. I'm not going to tell y'all because y'all...
That alone makes this rematch feel extremely risky. If Gervonta Davis can't rely on stopping Lamont Roach Jr. with his power, then what's his backup plan? When you really think about it, that question becomes hard to ignore.
See, that's how I train. I feel like one of my strong points is exchanging in the pocket. I have a very good eye, very good defense. I'm able to counter and return shots, and I think that's what I did very well. And honestly, I landed some of the bigger shots.
Ford openly addressed it while breaking down the fight. Rather than offering any excuses, he spoke with complete honesty. In his view, Tank lost his fundamentals in the ring. Hearing that from the person who helped shape his career makes it hit even harder. Take a moment to consider that. Ford isn't pointing fingers at the referee, the corner team, or Roach's approach. The responsibility, according to him, falls on Tank. That kind of criticism cuts deep.
I could have stopped him. It's me. Definitely my fault. It's all right. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Cause I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up, and I could have definitely did more. Just a lot going on. But again, it was myself, you know. But you gotta go to the gym and, you know, get back to the drawing board and, you know, train a little hard.
Then there's the 9th round, which no one can stop discussing. It's a key sequence that grabbed everyone's attention, the one many believe should have secured the victory for Roach.
That right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach was up. He took him in. He took him in. What is he doing? He's preventing. This took a knee. He's got to count.
Tank went down on one knee, clear and straightforward. Somehow, the official didn't catch it, and the action carried on. Now the commission has stepped in and is reviewing everything in the open. If the outcome gets reversed, it would seriously impact Tank's record. His perfect streak would disappear. His standing in the sport would take a major blow, and Roach would walk away as the new champion.
The commission gets this right. It was a bummer not being declared the winner on a technicality that could be righted. That wrong could be righted, obviously, in different ways and different factors.
If that scenario plays out, the rematch becomes more than just settling a score. It would center on Tank's effort to win back what he would have officially lost.
My first contract is signed for an immediate rematch in the case of a draw or if I win. So I'm already contractually signed to a rematch. It's on him. I hope we can get it done because I want to show the world again that wasn't...
I've already put pen to paper. My initial deal includes an immediate rematch if it ends in a draw or if I come out on top. So I'm already locked in for another fight. Now it's up to him. I'm hoping it gets finalized because I want to prove to everyone once more that what happened wasn't even the most important part. Roach already understands he can defeat Tank. He's aware he can handle Tank's hardest punches, and has seen that Tank is trouble when his power alone doesn't carry him.
In there, man, I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate true boxing media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And, I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance again.
So when they meet again, Roach won't be stepping in as the underdog. He'll enter the ring as a fighter who's already shown he has what it takes to defeat Tank.
You've now shown the world the formula to how to beat Tank Davis. Maybe not. I mean, I'm me. I don't think a lot of guys possess the same skills that I have. If they go in there and try to fight like me, they might not succeed.
That kind of confidence can be risky for anyone facing him, especially with Tank's mindset already showing signs of vulnerability.
I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me, Wes, so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
And this is where the situation becomes even more concerning for Tank. He's no longer backed by the same team that guided him to the top. When the pressure rises in a fight, who's there in his corner to offer the right direction? Who helps him push through tough moments? It's not Floyd. It's not Calvin.
Stop head hunting. That's how you get the head. I need this 10th, 11th, and 12th. On the unofficial, he's down. Okay. He say unofficial. On the unofficial. I gotta be honest with you. That's what you want. You want from me. Hey, that's what you want from me. You don't want nobody lying to you. I'm 100 with you.
He said on the unofficial, not the real card here. Keep picking your shots. You took that round off here.
That's my job. I'm 100 with you.
Well, that was fair.
If Roach brings the same approach he showed in their first meeting, Tank will need every bit of support available. But this goes beyond just one fight. It raises questions about where Tank's career is headed. Since parting ways with Mayweather Promotions, things haven't moved in the same direction. A loss in the rematch would completely shift his trajectory. His undefeated record would be gone, and the image of him as boxing's most feared puncher would start to fade.
Davis, bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer, George was a puncher, Ernest Shaver was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in. Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition. Yeah, he's doing that a lot. And he got to be careful of that. 2 fights ago, he was really doing that. You feel me? So you got to be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you got to be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good fighter.
What makes it even more unsettling is that the setback had come before the rematch even takes place. If the commission changes a result from a draw to a win for Roach, Tank wouldn't enter the second fight as a champion. Instead, he'd be walking in as a challenger, a position he's never had to deal with before.